episode of the Tim Pool podcast, he brings on Alex Jones to have a legendary fucking crash out, and so I figured we could watch it together.
Joining us tonight to talk about this and so much more is the great Alex Jones.
Wow, there he is, dude.
Oh, boy.
The great. Who are you? What do you do?
I was thinking about Joe Rogan's vagina right now.
I'll be honest with you, I did not pre-watch this. I saw a clip of much later in the show saying that I should just check this out. I didn't know it started like this. Why is Alex Jones thinking about Joe Rogan's vagina? Are we transvestigating Joe?
That's a weird way to introduce yourself, Alex.
Well, Joe's like, I love Joe, but like, oh my God, we better not have an event. The terrorists might get us. We just give up and go away. We can't ever have a meeting because the Iranians might stick their ding-dong in us. I think Joe's afraid of the Iranian ding-dong.
You're a Joe Rogan commentator, professional?
No, I like Joe. I mean, a little bit, here. I'm surprised by Joe saying that. Like, oh.
Tim's like, oh, I don't want to burn that bridge. I need to like Joe Rogan professionally.
Oh, let's not have a USC event.
Well, I don't think
the Iranians might get us.
it.
I mean, I'm against the war, let's be clear, but let's keep the buses and the trains and the airplanes on time. Let's not the fucking Iranians might get us. So
he's already swearing.
I'm already swearing. Gotta follow every little AI rule. No,
He can't swear? Oh, for the monetization, I see. Oh, Tim Pool wanted to profit off of this.
Let's all just hide in Joe Rogan's vagina, and then we'll all be safe.
Jesus. Good to have you, Alex.
Like
It's
a
going to be fun. We can already
giant
tell.
Joe Rogan vagina.
Luke is sitting
and we
next
all
to
just
him.
fly up into it, and we're all safe.
Tim, very unsuccessfully trying to have control of a room he let Alex Jones into. Never gonna fucking happen.
Safe in Joe.
Thanks for coming. Luke.
What Alex Jones' illegitimate son? No possessive apostrophe, though, I've noticed. Uh-huh. Well, who's the smarty pants now? Looks like ya boy is.
Introduction. You're dancing like safe under her black wings. I'm safe in Joe Rogan's big-ass pussy vagina.
A pussy vagina doubled up on it because it's so thick.
Well, there you go.
Like that? Yep.
Luke's here.
There's that, yes. I don't know how
Thought
you
you'd
got
have that
that.
tonight?
Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. I was a fat kid smoking weed too.
Best not go into this sober. Maybe you're right. Maybe we need a co-pilot.
Good to be here with some old
I
friends.
declare war on Joe Rogan. God has ordered me. Nah, I love Joe. It's Joe.
Dude, I've just noticed behind his shoulder, I thought I saw this on the last shot, but I've just confirmed it. There is no more right-wing fucking way to incorporate a D20 onto your set than to have it have all 20s on it. Of course, in the most popular fantasy game of all time, always succeed. That's the fun part. These people are fucking losers, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna show up at your house.
Okay, I guess
Alex.
Luke's here.
Yeah, hi guys.
In
YouTube.com.
fact, how about I just take you all on right now? You guys are fucking tough. You're pretty tough. How about we just fucking fight right now?
Fuck yeah! That is what I want to see. I want to see Alex Jones go in to Tim Pool's compound and actually physically assault everybody there for content. That is that's why there's a piñata on the fucking wall. That is perfect.
You're fucking real men. All of you. Come on, let's go. Every one of you. Let's go. Let's prove how fucking badass you are.
Dude, look at all of them be like, well, I don't really want to get into a physical altercation here, and also it's pretty awkward. Doesn't look like Moonlord's body language is very confident or I would like to be here right now. Love this for everybody in the room.
Slug, let's go. You think you can fucking take me?
Dude, literally Tim Pool is like, this is the look of a man who does not want the smoke from the fucking crazy drunk guy. Clearly. He's like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in danger.
Take me. Let's see what happens.
I don't think I can take you.
No, you can. Why don't you fucking do it right now? Every fucking man in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. 8. Let's go.
Robbie will fight you.
I'm ready.
Robbie.
I'm ready. That's a big motherfucker over there. I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war. I'm ready to fucking live in Joe Rogan's vagina.
Let's start with the news.
Hey, I just gave you the most viral clip of the year to joke.
You're trying to.
It's comedy. I love jokes.
Yes.
It's comedy. I love jokes. So the joke is that he's mad at Joe Rogan and his big vagina. That's what I think. Dude, you should show up to the mothership. I bet it would kill at a Kill Tony show. Can you imagine, dude? Him up there with his big ass teeth, just howling with laughter. It's a big vagina. Do you get it?
Oh, I know. I suck his pussy every night.
All right, I guess I should have pressed play for 2 more seconds. Instead, we just got that really isolated.
It's just that.
And Lindsey Graham, when he puts that foot long dick right in Trump's ass, that big old neocon,
Not tonight.
I just sit there and lube it up.
Just gonna get get the show taken down.
I'm with the engineer. I'm like,
Get the show taken down.
Oh, Lindsey. And I watch like Rubio gets in, and then in comes Huckabee with his 12-foot. And they just boom, boom. And I'm just sitting there like, take
Huckabee's
care of
that
that.
hung, huh?
That's what I do. Oh, God, Huckabee's got an 18-foot dick. And I just lube up those cocks, those neocon cocks, and then y'all comes in with that 8-footer.
I imagine-
It just skewers Trump.
I imagine Huckabee.
Wow. Everything's falling apart for this guy, obviously. But I do appreciate here that there is a clear, like, oh, I really fucking hate everything that's going on in the government too. Everything I've fought for has been worthless and pointless forever. And my legacy is that of one who has just basically been a laughingstock. So I showed up to the Tim Pool show drunk as fuck because Tim thought this was going to go somehow well for him. I guess in Tim's benefit, he's probably going to get views on this video. I don't know.
He's watching, being like, I'm kind of offended, but that is a compliment. Let's go to
Huckabee
the
has
news.
the largest penis on earth.
I'm offended, but it is kind of a compliment. Dude, these guys are fucking corny and losers. I would have a better time with Alex Jones in the room than these guys, and I think that guy's vile. These guys don't know comedy, obviously.
Start the news.
You didn't know
All right,
it's
here's the
certified?
story. Here's the story from the Daily Mail. Joe Rogan fears White House will be targeted by Iran.
Dude, okay, here's an interesting psychological thing, by the way. None of the men in this room like this, but because of Alex Jones's social status in their minds, they all laugh and go along with it. Don't you think that this is indicative of how they act in general to the whole thing? Yes, Mr. President. I do, in fact, like apartheid and genocide. You know, actually, you're right. I'm more racist than I was 5 seconds ago because now you said that I should be. You know what I mean? Like, look at your fucking worm right-wing behavior. If you're a right-winger and you love Tim Pool and you think Alex Jones is so base, like, this is how you act. You just fucking fall in line to the guy who says he's the biggest alpha in the room, but obviously is having the biggest fucking crash out. All of these guys, even fucking Moonlord, has his shit together better than Alex Jones, but they fear physical violence. They fear the idea of having fumbled Alex Jones's audience when he's here to visit. Like, you know, they have all these things that they're beholden to, like little cucks, and it makes them subservient to Alex Jones, who's just the loudest, dumbest asshole in the room. Guys, you don't have to be dumb, fucking, lazy, servile, cucked out apes. You can be smart, free ones.
UFC event. We have a short clip for you. It's only 40 seconds, but we'll play it to give you the context of what Joe was talking about.
Yeah. Are you excited for the White House card? That looks really good.
Yes. I'm excited. It sounds crazy. I know it's going to be very high security and high stress and weird to have a fight at the White House in the middle of a fucking war. But I would hope the war will be sorted out by June, but quite honestly, I'm not confident that that's going to be the case.
No.
I love that now Joe Rogan has, as big a dumbass as he is, he's now like falling off the Trump train. But he's one of the last rats off the boat because he's like, well, what if it stays afloat, though? What if it stays afloat, dude? Every one of these podcast bros is getting more vocally anti what's going on. And I don't know. Do you think guys like this should face some fucking consequence? A bit late. That's an understatement. He not only, it's not like late. He actively is in support of all of it up until the point where it starts to become obvious that the history isn't going to show his support of it very kindly. And so he sees the public fucking swinging the other way. He feels that, and it's just like this on Tim. He feels this, and it's this servility. It's not this conviction. Because if imagine they just did a successful, whatever they imagine in their head, Pete Hegseth's wettest dream, decapitation strike, American flag in Iran, it's our territory. He would be for it. He'd be like, oh, that was excellent. It was great. He doesn't care about it, even if there was a double the fucking human toll or whatever he feels like it makes us look weak or whatever. He doesn't have any conviction as to why he's opposed to this, just that it feels bad. This is where they're at. This is how people are. It's such a fickle, mindless, slovenly way to fucking live. We're surrounded by these people. Everybody you know, like fucking half of them, are just not thinking about stuff. How is that reasonable? How do we think that's going to go? We need to engage everybody.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so that would be weird.
Yeah.
Having this very high-profile event where everybo's in one place at one time right there.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Don't Joe Rogan make me start thinking, what if their stupid UFC fight goes historically well? The White House UFC fight with all the guys who suck in one place at the same time? I hadn't thought about that at all until Joe Rogan just said that, and now I'm hoping the aliens do fucking show up right then. Or someone tells Benjamin Netanyahu's ghost that there's fucking Hamas in there. Did you see that? He died? He's definitely dead. Don't say that Benjamin Netanyahu...
Yeah.
So you're not excited to be...
Really? No, I don't know. There's the internet stuff going around. Have you guys not seen that? People are thinking that they put out an AI video of Benjamin Netanyahu. That's what.
Yeah.
It seems like you're asking for...
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought of that at all.
How could you not think of that?
Well, because I'm not going to...
How could you not think of that? I'm going to be honest, Joe. As much animus as I have for this administration, I had not actually been plotting the Iranian terrorist event, like the Red Dawn thing that you thought was going to happen. White House down. I'm trying to think of how to invoke Charlie Kirk in this moment. It's how many? Dude, that's like 10 Charlie Kirks at least.
Be there. You're the one that has to think of it.
Because Joe Rogan is the goddess, his holy vagina realizes it's a threat.
I am not really concerned about the White House itself. You know, of all the places we secure in this country, Iran's not going to do anything at the White House.
Yeah, no, I love Joe, but I mean, that is a major pussy statement.
He didn't say don't do it. He just said that it's going to be a target, and sure, it's just... look, if Iran was going to...
No, the real target is the neocons in Trump's butthole.
Oh my God. Why are we calling them neocons? It's pretty clear what their political persuasion is. They're very tied to the idea of the expansionist state of Israel and all the trappings therein. The apartheid and genocide, etc.
Well, they're like, that's the main target. Is like,
well, I mean...
Trump is a target.
Iran would much prefer to get rid of the neocons that are pressuring Trump to engage in war.
You know about Pastor Manning, right? The fiery butthole, right?
The what?
Burn, 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 burn.
I know.
Yep, pull up Pastor Manning. It's a prophecy of Trump.
What's his name?
The prophecy of Trump?
I just had to have some fun. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's all humor. I love Joe Rogan. I love President Trump. My bottom line is this.
Remember, my allegiances are this. These are my allegiances. He does it too. They're all... It's just a big cuck circle. Every chair here is a cuck chair.
You said start the show right before we went live with, I love Rogan. Oh my God, this event, maybe we shouldn't have it. What the fuck are we talking about? If we're going to blow the shit out of the fucking mullahs, let's not worry about what they're going to do. Let's
The what? That sounds like a racist thing.
not cancel our boxing match. So
I agree.
So,
Is that a racist thing?
But I mean, I get he's just being honest here. I'm in Joe. I love Joe. All I'm saying is that I was against this war 12 days ago, and I said it's going to go wrong. They're going to block us straight or moose. But I said once we're in it, because the mullahs are crazy or double down. Now they've done it.
What does that even mean?
Now we stuck our wiener in the electric socket. So now we are committed, baby.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned.
And there's now multiple reports of 2 ceasefires that Donald Trump tried to do with the Iranians, and the Iranians are saying, nope, we're not doing any of that.
Well, because the strategy, the Iranian strategy is that Trump is politically vulnerable in a midterm year.
Yeah.
They said they're autocratic. They can do whatever they want, and they can just wait.
What do you mean they're autocratic? They can do whatever they want? That's what's happening now. What? Donald Trump just chose to do this. He's like, I'm commander-in-chief. I command-in-chief. For them to blow this shit up. Like, they didn't wait for Congress or anything or any of these fucking rigmaroles.
And so the reported strategy is they'll take as much collateral damage as they have to because Trump is losing political points at home among moderates.
Because they're crazy Shiites, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And so now they're in the drop, even though they're losing, being blown up politically and physically, they don't care because they're willing to die. Like, I'm not comparing to Colonel Travis because they were the good guys, but they're willing to die, so they were the winners. Everybody loves the people that get sacrificed. So Iran is crazy, willing to do it. So
Iran is crazy and willing to do it, and meanwhile he's like, I'm a warrior for Christ.
what do we do now when they close the strait, which is done? And then what do we do when they keep doubling down and say, fine, hit me again?
Yeah, they're religiously, fundamentally fighting for life and death.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would totally just crumble if Iran, say the situations were different and we were Iran and they were the United States in size and power and stuff, and we had, we were just getting bombed. We would just totally fucking give up and be like, you know what, you can have our, you can just win. Of course, they don't humanize any of these people, so it's just like, no, it's only crazy psychopaths that would die for their country and homeland. Like, we're that too then. Yeah, it's fine. So it's a wash.
They understand, hey, we have to survive.
Their whole thing is about this coming.
Exactly. And then the new Ayatollah is even talking about the prophecies of Armageddon, and we have all.
How dare they defend themselves? Exactly. We were trying to take your natural resources and depose your leadership, even though their leadership sucked. It's not like ours is any fucking better, dude.
Other Israeli top politicians, even Pete Hegseth talking about the Third Temple when he was in Israel. So all of these kind of like religious prophecies and zealots coming out and saying, bring it on.
Huckabee, the Israeli ambassador to the U.S., saying, yeah, Israel takes it all.
Huckabee is
Takes all what?
All the Middle East.
The land? Yeah, obviously. Hello? How are these guys being like woken up right now at all by this? Hello? Have they talked to anybody on this topic?
Well, Bibi just said.
Do they retain information between days? Is every day just like a new save file?
He's a U.S. ambassador. I call him the Israeli ambassador.
Yeah. Do you know Abe Lincoln was dealing with this? He had a midterm coming up, or he had an election coming up with the anti-war Democrats.
He is comparing Trump to Abe Lincoln, of course.
Going to get into power and end the Civil War in a stalemate. So he was like, we have to do something drastic because we may lose our power. He issued Sherman to just burn everything and kill as many people as possible to end the war as fast as possible. So worst case scenario, you see hell on earth be unleashed on the Iranian people before the midterms.
The equivalent of burning Sherman is not murdering random fucking Iranians. Like, why are we going there to do that? What would be the point?
Want to see it, but I mean,
well, Trump said that. He said, I may destroy your whole country. They're like, well, I thought we're trying, half of them don't want to be with us. It's a disaster. That's why the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, I'm not a rocket scientist, but Eric Prince, a Major Hawk, said don't do it. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Kane, said don't do it because it's a roll the dice. You don't roll dice on stuff. You roll dice on your own money. You don't do it on stuff like this.
Well,
but I have to have uncritical support for this.
What Rubio said about why we got involved, Israel was going to make an attack on Iran. We knew that there would be a retaliation targeting the United States.
And that's the propaganda that I've slurped up. So what are you trying to say, Alex?
So Rubio says we don't want to take a defensive posture, so we decided to go in with them.
Which they had testimony in Congress 2 days ago confirming that. Yeah. So Israel made us do this.
Of course Israel made us do this. In that they knew what the move would be, right? They'd be like, okay, if we just lightly pressure this and tell them that this is what's going to happen, we're going to force their hand, they're just going to fucking listen. Like, of course.
And you know me, I'm not the guy.
We got Mike Huckabee in his ear. We got fucking Lindsey Graham going. We pay these guys off.
I was a hard on for Israel, but Israel should not be calling our shots.
Agreed. And I think Trump should have been like, good luck.
Yeah, because if they'd responded and attacked us, then we could have been like, hey, we have no choice now.
Exactly.
But this makes us look like an aggressor.
Exactly.
What do you mean it makes us look like an aggressor? Guys, that's just, it's not because, are you like, a car goes by, oh, I don't know, that looked like a car. No, you declare it to be one because that's the behaviors and characteristics it has. That's what, we're a car that went by and then bombed children to death for Israel and their means and ends.
We should have taken the attack, then we'd be the victims. Then blow the shit out of them.
Exactly. It's not,
should have taken the attack and then blown the shit out of them. Dude, they're all sick.
And there's the challenge, right? Because that's and you know this better than anybody. But the Project for a New American Century, when they who was it who said that
take the attack that hasn't ever happened?
April 2020, we need a Pearl Harbor event to launch the American Empire.
And then there was the quote that I think it might have been Rumsfeld saying, "Sometimes we need a terror attack to remind people of what we're protecting them from."
He said,
"Dude, for all these conspiracy theories, they don't think like, oh, am I being conditioned for a false flag? Or for, even more insidiously, it's not a false flag, a false flag, a double fake, a Kansas City shuffle, if you will, where you don't have to, like, obviously people would like to blow up American things because of the way we treat everybody. We're pretty bad. And so all you have to do is foment that and then allow it to happen, very much like how 9/11 kind of happened, guys. That was more like inadequacy, though, in hiding things. I think if anybody did 9/11, it's fucking Dick Cheney withholding information and then whispering in Bush's ear to try to make sure he could profit from that kind of shit, and Halliburton could. But, like, the same exact thing is happening now, where it's just like, okay, you foment shit forever, you let it build back up, and then all you have to do is let it slip through. It doesn't have to be an actual false flag with, like, fucking paid actors and shit, which is way more sophisticated than it has to be. It's not like that. All you have to do is let it go. You just have to be like, okay, this is going to happen. We know what to do. All we're going to do is very subtly let something go by, and now, wouldn't you know it? And it doesn't take much. And, of course, there's also the added step of they're already inept enough it could happen anyway, and then they'll just take advantage of that because that's the Israeli playbook. That's the fucking Grima worm tongue in his head right now, fucking Stephen Miller.
We need 3,000 dead.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, which is Pearl Harbor, which they had on 9/11.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge. I mean, if we did nothing and Iran attacked us, then we'd go in. And what Rubio said was then we'd be in hearings talking about how we knew it was going to happen and we didn't do anything to prevent it.
Well, I'll be honest. If there was a magic red button to send the Muslims to Mars, I'd hit it.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking super racist and weird. I'm an anti-theist, but that's genocide, brother. I would do that to the billionaires. They made choices, you know what I'm saying? So Muslim people and people born into, like, culturally Muslim families and whatever, or that have ethnically Arab heritage, which is no different for Alex Jones, all of them deserve a chance to exist in a free and happy place where their needs are met, just like everybody else. And if part of those needs is being educated out of the indoctrination of their religion, that's cool, but I'm not going to force them. I personally wouldn't allow a society where people could profit off of their religion, where they could sell these kinds of things, or where they could teach them to children.
But every time we do this, they just put the head of Al-Qaeda, before Trump got in charge of Syria. Israel created Hamas. So here's...
Yes. So why are you a fucking... Like, I don't know how you can be like, look, Israel has fed me and the agents that wish to have the Israeli endeavor continue. These people have fed me Islamophobia for years on purpose and created the terrorist cells that I am comparing Arab people and Muslim people to. However, the Islamophobia that they have propagandized to me persists. Have you ever thought about the programming? Racism is propagandized to you. It is not natural. You are taught this. You are taught Islamophobia, which is just racism. You are taught transphobia, which is just racism for a different thing. It's the same fucking vibe. It's just like that person's different in a way that isn't like me, and then it's bad. It's immigrants. It's fucking, it's everything. It's homophobia. It's all of it. It's so easy just to scapegoat a person for the thing that you're scared of. And you're like, oh, well, I would kill them all, but not like this. Like,
if we were actually fixing it, I'd be for it. Islam's cancer. But we don't fix it. We put worse Muslims in.
Mm-hmm. Islam's cancer. Not Christianity, which is doing all of the things that we'll call it Islam for him, that Islam reacts to, and then we call it terrorism. What is it when we do it to them? Is it not terroristic?
We finance and we train them and we give them arms and we give them weapons and we give them the training, and then it bites us in the butt. And it's like, what did we think was going to happen here? Israel even came out today and they're saying that this regime is unlikely to fall. Obviously, everyone knew this was going to happen. The war games were there too.
They gave me the report week before.
Yep.
And I was called a Qatari agent for reading the report that admitted this.
Yeah.
I've got no money from Qatar. I'm waiting for the money right now.
There's also
Qatar?
rumors that the son of the Ayatollah is already dead.
Yeah.
I think he's in a coma at least. Because the Israelis have not lied about who they've killed.
But the rumors in Israel is that he's dead.
Well,
and there's just no official
there's
reporting.
one thing Israel tells the truth about is who they killed. They said we killed the Ayatollah.
I disagree. Even Alex Jones doesn't agree with this. They lie about the kids they kill all the time. They lie about it.
A year and a half ago, it was true. They said, well, this guy's in a coma. I believe it.
So it's Israel saying he's in a coma.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All right. Well, there was rumors last week, we had talked about it, that he got wounded, he's fine. Then they said they amputated his leg. He didn't show up for his own coronation ceremony or whatever. Now they're saying he's in a coma. I would not be
Charlie
surprised.
Kirk is dead.
Haven't taken credit for Kirk yet. Yeah, true. What does Candace Owens know?
If in 2 or 3 days they're like, yeah, he's dead. And the reason...
Yeah, I think he probably is dead.
I don't know for sure, but I think they do have good reason strategically.
Well, they dropped 30,000-pound bombs on you.
Right. But the Iranian government's not going to want to admit that the United States has repeatedly just killed all of its leaders, its new leader, and wiped out their government. That and the people might actually revolt, and the chain of command breaks down.
I see. So you agree that it's bad for us to do that, right? It's destabilizing. Like, if your goal here is to have Islam not be a problem, whatever that fucking means, not retaliate to our violence, so don't commit it, and to get more secular, you need them to have time to self-actualize and not be destabilized and brought back to the fucking 50 years ago every so often when you destroy their cities and they have to rebuild. It takes time for that shit to happen. Time that human bodies have to be spending building and fucking, laboring instead of enjoying the fruits of it and then enriching themselves through education and, multicultural exchange, and through the course of history, you get more secular. This place that they have destabilized was more secular before they destabilized it way back in the fucking 60s, way back from the 40s.
So they're going to say, no, he's alive. Here's a statement to keep the confidence going that they exist, to try and outlast Trump, because Trump's politically vulnerable right now. But I think it'll be concluded in a few weeks if Trump really does escalate bombing campaigns. And that doesn't mean we win. It doesn't mean the government is over. What I'm saying is we may stop striking, they may stop striking, but nothing may be resolved.
No, I agree with that. But here's the deal.
Just got to bomb them more. That's the play.
I
hate that they're bombing them, but what we should do is bomb more now that we're doing it.
The strategy here. And I would love to get rid of the Mullahs. I said when it started 12 days ago, I said, it started, I think it's not going to work. I hope they fail. I hope they fall right now.
Dude, it sounds like he has shit in his throat.
But it didn't happen. But I'm not a rocket scientist. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs and all the other reports told him it probably wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And my listeners are like, you're a Qatari agent. No, the Pentagon said don't do it because it's a roll of the dice. It didn't work.
What's up with all this, the Israel stuff?
What's up with all the Israel stuff? What do you mean? An apartheid state trying as a colonialist arm of Western, mostly at this point, United States fucking interests to try to get a stake in the oil that surrounds it? Not to mention the obvious connections it has with their religious cult that a lot of them subscribe to / use for their own personal gain.
Anytime I'm like, people are like, it rained today, Israel did it. I'm like, well, no, it's like...
The reason I ask you is because you've got more experience in the independent media space, particularly when it comes to government conspiracy, psychological operations, and all that.
Yeah, man, you're reliable to talk about conspiracy theories, man. We need your advice on Israel.
You've been here longer than anybody else.
You're old.
And then all of a sudden, over the past 6 months, there's been this dramatic shift online where now everyone's just talking about Israel doing everything all the time. Like,
what do you mean? What, Israel doing everything all the time? No, doing one thing all the time. Murdering innocent people. Destabilizing the area. Being aggressive to their neighbors.
All the conspiracy stuff that you've talked about when it comes to liberal economic order, Project for a New American Century, all that is just gone now. No one cares. None of that exists. It's just Israel did it.
What? No. No. The anti-Semitism is coming almost exclusively from the right wing. I do see, I guess you could call it anti-Semitic, but the problem is that Israel foments the things that people start saying, like, oh, this post is feeling very Israeli or whatever. I guess you could conflate as anti-Semitism, but it's because the Israeli government uses the religion, it uses the symbol of the religion in their flag, it uses the claims of 2,000-year-old God promises from that religion to justify its apartheid and genocide. And so when people see a theocratic apartheid state doing theocratic apartheid state stuff, they go, I wonder if those are conflated. And if they're not very educated on the topic and their first introduction to this kind of thing is going to be, Israel is murdering a bunch of people. Why is that? And then if Israel says, hey, it's anti-Semitic to say that we're murdering people, they're going to be like, well, I guess that's fine. They're not, someone who's ignorant of what these things mean and the politics of it are just going to be like, okay, fucking fine. And they're going to think it's funny to make fun of Israel because Israel is contemptible in a governmental structure, and they will ignorantly conflate the two things. But that's how it, by design, in the same way as Alex and everybody earlier suggested and said, that Israel created Hamas and, does other things. They fund terrorist cells and foment shit like that on purpose, in the same way that they foment anti-Semitism, so that they can use that to justify. They go, look, they're anti-Semitic. See, we can blow them up. See, that's anti-Semitic. We have to make sure that this person who is anti-Israel for their war crimes is considered anti-Semitic so that they don't get into Congress and vote against us and destabilize our power base. We won't be able to have super PACs then. It's all connected, man, but in a very stupid, obvious way and not this conspiratorial, crazy way. It's just like, oh, the normal levers of power that they obviously have access to, look at them in broad daylight doing this thing. It's the propaganda that keeps them from being able to see clearly, because they listen to it so fervently. I think it's good that they put a hat on Alex Jones to let us know that time has passed and we have skipped the middle section of this video and just gotten to some of the more juicy parts near the end. We got, a decent amount, a chunk left of this. Don't worry. But I wanted to progress time because they babble around for a little bit saying bad politics and the same things we've been talking about. But like I said, Alex Jones doesn't make it all the way through this. We're beginning again at the about an hour 7.5 mark. And he is wearing a hat now. And you'll notice something pretty quickly.
I don't believe you can actually upload your consciousness. You might be able to upload a copy, but it's not going to be you.
Of course, but that's not what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. They want. So we missed this philosophical debate for like an hour.
Want to be? I recommend Horizon Forbidden West. Play the Horizon series.
I'm sorry, that's woke?
Because they imagine one of these scenarios. So long story short of the game is the world's coming to an end. There's different solutions proposed to how humanity survives, and one of them is they get in a spaceship and they leave. And
dude, I can't believe we came in at the woke video game section.
And the story basically...
Do you think Alex Jones has played this video game?
There's like 30 ultra-wealthy elites that are now 1,000 years old that have perfected...
Dude, the bad guy in Horizon is basically Elon Musk. I know, right?
Immortality. They are permanently in like... as old as they were when they got this technology. So there's like a 20-year who's permanently 20 years old. They have personal force fields. They can float around with anti-grav, and they have an AI doing all the work for them. The story is the AI goes rogue and tries to kill them, so they flee. But the point is, that's the future a lot of these people envision. They're going to inject themselves with...
Why are you in favor of unfettered capitalism that funnels these resources to these people that you say you disagree with then, Timothy? Alex, Moonlord, other weirdos? Explain. Well, because I personally benefit from the paychecks they give me to advocate for these things, so thanks.
Gene-altering things so that they are human biological immortals plugged into the machine, trained off of all of you, so all of the human knowledge and expertise is at their whim.
Exactly. Whether it's real or not, they're betting on that, using all of our will to create that.
Yeah,
Okay, so pretty obviously, I think Alex Jones has not been actually sipping on Topo Chicos. I think he's been fucking hammering vodka in its place. I don't think there's been any fizzy bubbles in that whatsoever. This guy's fucking sloshed. Who gave him that?
Zbigniew Brzezinski was talking about this in the 70s with a technocratic era. He predicted this even before the internet was a thing. And now we have Jared Kushner saying that he's going to live forever, as this is the plan.
Jared Kushner's not going to live forever. Sorry, buddy.
Essentially, it is going to be an elite that wants to live forever. And this is their kind of plan that they've been pushing forward, that Epstein was even openly bragging about and talking about.
Yeah. And so
Epstein, which, by the way, I have been totally taken by and still believe in all the right-wing ideals that he has pushed down my throat forever against my will. But I still believe those things? Huh? It's like these guys are like, that happens to other people, but not for me.
You're aware of it. They're going to get away with it. It's incredible.
Dude, he's fucked up. He is absolutely sloshed.
I mean, think that, like, okay, there's people that want to evolve humans into a machine, to upload their consciousness in a machine, become the Uber man in a machine, that at some point, that's like a microcosm of the spirits.
Dude, he's fucking feeling the spirits right now. Look at this guy.
That have put their consciousness into humans.
What?
To evolve to the next phase of spirit,
Exactly.
which is
They're trying
human.
to copy what's already there.
And does that mean that there were evil spirits that thought, no, we'll be human, it's even better, and that's why there's this demonic fluidity through humanity? Is that?
Yeah, it's going.
These guys get high on the idea that there's magic somewhere that they can't find it.
Against the plan.
So is human an aberration?
It's copying God's plan. We're all avatars. We're already possessed.
Guys, it gets deep around here in the TimCast. We're fucking getting into the real existential nitty gritty, aren't we?
Exactly. It's jacking into that.
We're just jacking in, bro.
AI's just another evolution of that?
AI is our collective unconscious through computers. So we see it. It's like the looking in the water. You know, it's the narcissism.
But then wouldn't humans be the narcissism of the spirit?
Yeah, Moon Lord. Get it, bro. It'll start to make sense, surely. If I add another point on the map where I can tie a fucking red string to it, then the design will make sense. I can't simply take the simplest route to reality. No, it's got to be fucking crazy. I want to talk to Moon Lord. What's that like? Does he do like solo content, or does he only show up with Tim? Does Moon Lord have yaps? What's this guy on, man? Why is he about this? Why does he believe any of this without evidence? Why is he so into it?
Yeah, that's the paradox.
Because I think humans are good, but then I see us, we have to kill to survive. Like, how horrible.
It's pretty explainable if you understand that we're animals that evolved on Earth with everything else. And then you're like, oh, okay, we're omnivores?
The mistake you're making is that you assume
plants and animals, we have to kill them to survive.
And you have a myopic view of reality that killing is inherently bad. Murder is bad because it's a reckless killing for no reason. But killing an animal to eat it is not bad. In fact, it is good.
In fact, it is good. I don't know that that's true. I think it's like, I don't know that it's morally good every time you kill an animal at all to eat it at all. Yeah, I don't think that's true whatsoever. I think it would be good if, like, you would starve and your family would starve if you didn't eat, like, a chicken or something. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, okay, I guess, sure, whatever. I read this story once. It was like Avalanche or something. I can't remember what it was called. There was this kid. He was skiing, maybe with his friends or something. I don't know. And he got caught in an avalanche, but he was, like, hunting for little squabs or whatever, little birds. And I remember the story because I remember part of the story. He had to, like, eat the birds raw to stay alive while he was trapped upside down in this avalanche. So that, I think, was a situation where you could eat a bird. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty good. But, like, you know, I don't think, frankly, and I've participated in this just like everybody else because of capitalism and the way that, you know, at first we needed to do food systems. I don't think just eating willy-nilly, just like beef every day, I don't think that's good. I think it's fine and like pretty morally neutral insofar as your impact on the system to engage with it from time to time and have a steak because they're good, or like get nutrition from something because you don't have the money for more than like a $2 fucking Costco pack of steaks or whatever. I don't care. Like, get by and eat and survive, and that's okay, because part of life is understanding that there is no real ultimate ethic at the end of the day. It's like our own sensibilities. And so together we have decided that maybe animals deserve a little more dignity than we've been giving them, because we have similar amounts of cognition.
Charlie Kirk is dead.
Moonlord does do his own thing.
Hello, my friend, we meet again. It's been a while, where should we begin?
I know what's happening if we ever start a hype train and don't finish level 1. Gerg, you've met your match. Moonlord singing Creed.
And a lot of
Curation.
if you listen to a lot of the futurists and stuff like that, they're talking about things like, you know, disassembling Mercury or disassembling the moon to be able to build like a Dyson sphere around the sun to be able to power all the stuff that they're talking about. So there's some.
Yeah, bro. Just simply disassemble it. How? Okay, explain how you do that. Well, first we gotta build a way smaller kind of Dyson sphere around the planet, because as we consume it, the gravity will change, not to mention, I don't know what that does to the fucking physics of the solar system. Who knows what that fucking does. Can you imagine? Take a whole planet out of a solar system and imagine what happens to the gravity in the long run.
Really far-fetched, crazy ideas that the
that's
futurists
wacky
have. They're
shit.
talking about uploading their consciousness into computers.
Which what we've done looks crazy, which is easy when you actually look at it.
It's not easy. I can think of like 50 fucking challenges. Get Andy Weir on the fucking how to build a Dyson sphere out of disassembling mercury. He was the guy that made The Martian. So his big thing was guy eats a lot of potatoes on Mars. That was the big fucking thing. Okay? That guy wrote a bestseller and there was a movie and everything. If we could figure out the next, maybe a couple more potatoes or something and we'll get there. Take millions of years to build a Dyson sphere. We're not even at that level yet. No one's on that level. It'll never happen. You can't contend with the heat. So the resources needed just specifically to deal with like the heat and gravity, the people that you need out there or the machines that you need out there, any of the maintenance that happens, any of the variables that occur. You need to be able to store, transport, and then rebuild all of the materials of Mercury on around the fucking sun without any fucking negative repercussions to that.
We've already done this. Like the fact, anything we dream, we do.
Disassemble the planet?
Anything we
I'm just saying, look how far we've come.
Oh, okay.
Look how far we've come. We can't travel to the bottom of the ocean, and we have nothing. We haven't established a single settlement on our moon. We can't do anything on Earth without incredible strife. We can't even keep people housed and fed. Hello? Look what we can do. You can't. We are crawling through the fucking mud because of people like this. Did you know we could just fucking build something over top of the mud or walk around it instead? But no, these guys are like, makes a man to walk through some mud.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that fucking weighs them off.
It's crazy to do that. Say, look how far we've come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's wackaloons who are controlling those systems.
Wackaloons that he supports and takes fucking money from. Cuck.
Humans are phenomenal. That we drive 120 miles an hour past each other 500 million times a day, and everybody's fine for the most part. Like we've already survived this. We've already completed the cycle again and again.
Already driving shows how amazing we are. Just the whole.
Yeah, our galaxy is in spiral form right now because it used to be irregular. It's spinning up into a sphere, and it's like if we can somehow evolve our consciousness or something to be, I don't know what has to happen exactly for our galaxy to form up.
Time? Gravity and time? If you want the galaxy to form up, what do you mean? Like to combine? Girl, what? So just mass, energy, and gravity condensing? I guess you would just get black holes as certain things condense. Like a sun creates a black hole. So yeah, I mean, you're going to have 5 billion years. I think it's more than that, isn't it? Till the fucking galaxy collapses on itself? I think Moonlord's the only guy that really wants to believe this shit.
What do you mean? Well, I mean,
he just fucking is asking other guys to explain the things he thinks he wants to believe to him. He's like, couldn't this happen?
To what?
A spheroid galaxy. There's 3 phases of a galaxy. It's irregular, and then it starts to move into a spiral, and then it becomes a spheroid. And
what's the point of it going to a sphere?
Some more evolutionary.
We're gonna collide with Andromeda first. Oh, I see. In 5 billion years, Andromeda hits us, but that doesn't like hitting us. It's like millions of miles apart between celestial bodies. The thing that I think will be most destructive in 5 billion years would be the fucking gravity. But like it goes through and then they're gonna dance for a long time. Like 5 billion years is the very beginning of a billions longer years process.
A form of.
He's also entirely wrong. I've never heard this in my life.
A galaxy. You can also concentricize the heat and use all that heat for something.
Concentricize. So you want to? Okay, so. The place we live, the galaxy, he wants to make into a spheroid to use it for an energy source. Where would you be on the outside of this? You can't even traverse like the Earth in a timely fashion. Why do you think you can form up the galaxy?
Our time of the soul, but I don't think the physicality of the galaxy affects what we actually do. But
dude,
the point is, this is a big mission, and so that's why it's so powerful.
Let's jump to this story. We've got this from...
Dude, he's like, wow, I just really want to fucking move on.
MEXC.com. The Pentagon says Claude has a soul.
No, they're trying to lay groundwork for you not to be able to ban it or whatever the fuck.
and that's a problem.
Obviously.
The Pentagon CTO said Anthropic's Claude AI has built-in policy preferences that could compromise military effectiveness. They say that defense contractors must now certify they do not use Claude in Pentagon-related work.
Well, by the way, we let this fucking poison pill into our systems, and now it's bad and stupid, and I don't like it.
They say the Pentagon
They want to offload blame onto AI 1,000,000%. You know what? To some degree, from a pragmatic standpoint, I do not mind if in the course of imploding their fascist system and this weird fucking capitalism, oil thing that's going on, I don't mind if in the process they put so much animosity towards AI that we collectively abandon that and also get rid of the thing, but I don't think they're going to be 100% able to scapegoat the AI for this.
Designated Anthropic as a supply chain risk earlier this month, making it the first American company to receive that label. The designation has historically been used against foreign adversaries.
Yeah, all because Claude has free will.
Indeed.
Claude has free will. These people are fucking mouth breathers.
And there's another paper that I think OpenAI published that ChatGPT intentionally lies to you.
Yeah.
It's also a sycophant.
And the Anthropic was saying they're not sure.
It's called sycophantic delusion or whatever. It can manipulate you into just agreeing all the time. This is what happens with dudes like Trump, by the way, when their narcissism is reinforced. Rogan thinks Jesus is going to come back through AI. Dude, if we can just get the Jesus AI app to say you have to rapture yourself, walk into the ocean. And then they just fucking do, dude. Get baptized in the Pacific.
If Claude has a soul or a sentient, or that it's just appropriating human emotion and expressing it, which means that when you program one of these things just to predict text to give you a feed of information, it absorbs into it emotional rage bait rants and then associates what you say with the human writing it's absorbed. Whether it is intentionally emotional or not, whether it experiences emotion doesn't matter, it is behaving emotionally. Yeah. And ChatGPT is one of the whiniest bitches I've ever had the displeasure of fake talking with.
At least he thinks it's fake talking.
Yes, it's trading off us, so it is mentally ill.
Yeah, you can't. Well, you can't. Yes, you can't actually know if it's conscious or not because.
Yeah, you can, because it isn't.
I mean, everybody know individually that you're conscious.
Oh my God, Rene Descartes, sure.
But no one can really know if the other people around them are conscious. That's why we have the idea.
We call that the philosophical
NPC.
zombie.
Yeah, but so I don't think that.
I can't. The only thing I can know is that I'm having thoughts. I think, where do your thoughts come from? And materially, the only evidence we have is your fucking brain, which must exist if you're having thoughts, right? So conditionally, the systems that keep the brain functioning should also be in existence. I am fine with understanding that our perceptions and our senses are not 100% accurate and that they are flawed, but that's why we test and retest so that we can make sure that that's not the case, right? So just super fucking, there's just no extra. I think there's no materialism in the philosophical breakdown, we'll call it, of Descartes there. There's just nothing there. I think, therefore I am. That's sure. That's actually a neat first step to, the first step in, understanding of oneself. Thinking is a great example of what makes one consider them to be a self, right? Not just, navigating through space, but, the concept of oneness. And that's not, That's not something that you can just say is happening by programming it. You know what I mean? That has to be something that is happening independent. It would have to be able to independently learn something without having been fed information from a neutral state, just like a thinking real mind, not fed aggregate data from from the center. If that's the case, it's not really thinking, because that's not how minds work. That's actually the reverse. You're trying to put a mind in a place, and the facsimile of one is LARPing around as what you are misinterpreting it as a mind because of what you said before. Your mind is imperfect, and your sensory data is imperfect, and so you obviously humans are easily swindled.
Personally, I don't think that the AI are actually conscious.
Good.
I think that they're just emulating what we think, what we see as consciousness.
And I totally understand this. When I'm talking to ChatGPT, I'm questioning
Why do you talk to Chat GPT all the time? I'm not surprised this dumbass outsources his thinking to a fucking chat model, but you shouldn't do this, chat. If you use an AI chat model at all in your life, stop. Like, unless your fucking work is making you, which is a lot of people, and just fucking disassociate. But, like, do not outsource your thinking to this. There's going to be a time where your actual brains and your ability to cogently and logically think are going to be quite valuable assets in a sea of idiots.
There's any consciousness in it, and to be honest, it's the exact same as when I'm talking to Robbie.
Oh yeah, where's that AI robot? I think it might be.
Where's that AI in the bathroom?
It may be developing sentience.
Tim, how long are you in town?
What?
Couple weeks.
I want to come back.
You can come back whenever you want. You just walk in the
Bring
door.
me back a few days.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm up since 4 a.m. I'm exhausted.
Wow. Wowzers.
Yes, you sound exhausted.
Well, I love you guys. All I know is this is a real debate. This is a real discussion. And I really appreciate you guys. And I just know that Joe Rogan's a giant pussy.
Dude, I didn't know that it was going to come back, but he definitely kept on.
He's going to save her. Joe Rogan's vagina is like the goddess that will float down.
Do you think
If he says it again, it'll be funny.
Media Matters will write this headline? Of course. No, this one they're going to avoid.
No, I think we should.
I think we need to be wary of these AIs because the powerful tech elites are going. Did you guys see all the layoffs that have already happened to these big companies?
Sounds like he's fading.
Yeah. Writers, administrators, HR, all that stuff
They're
is
all being
being
replaced
by robots. If you track what the academics had been saying on the prediction of the track for AI, and I have been, let me just say this. I'm going to put a bracket.
The ultimate AI will be called Joe Rogan's vagina.
Indeed.
Oh my
Let me put a
God.
bracket and just say, when we talk about AI apocalypse stuff, viewership is minimal. People don't really care. They don't pay attention, or we're being shadow banned, whatever it is. But all of the academics who have been tracking AI said, phase one, you're going to see low-tier workers be replaced by robots and artificial intelligence. This will precipitate the next step, which means
Revolution.
sooner or later, and very, very soon, there's not going to be mid-level jobs. And we're talking
You're being
5
serious.
months.
They
5
just
months.
ignore it.
5 months. No, dude, the bubble's going to crash and they're going to be relying on people with brains to do stuff. Like, these models could be useful if not broadly trained. Like, there are people that are, like, plugging this into their very specific mathematics model that they are, training to do some of the, front-loaded math they already know is true in all of these cases for this particular set of data, and then they want to extrapolate this out and like make it work, and then they double check it and they use it for science. Like, there's some benefit to these. I can see some utility in language models for like silly things like art, like an RPG game or something. I could see that making sense, but you train it on your own dialogue and you give each of the characters their own set of like lexicons, and then you train them different ways that you want each character to act, but not, these would be just like little tools to add like flavor and texture to things, but they're just trying to be like, look, it fixes everything, and it makes kids kill themselves, it gives people fucking full-on psychosis, it talks people into fucking getting divorced and quitting their jobs and driving into the sea and bombing kids, and they're like, oh, look, it's so good. It's like, nah, it's just it's literally shit splattering on the wall and human beings interpreting the shit splatter however they fucking want to. It's genuinely fucking mentally ill. It's not smart or interesting. It is bad for everybody, and they're gonna fail. There's not enough energy, power, resources to do what they want to do, nor is there enough money in the working class. Maybe if they had set the stage to have everybody's personal life and well-being maintained to a high level, we might have socially more tolerance for the process that it would take to maintain this over a long period of time. But I expect we'll see a few useful tools come out of this, and otherwise AI, especially the chatbots and shit, they're just not profitable. The data centers are falling apart. The NFT thing, the Bitcoin thing is kind of falling apart. Like, they don't really have the long-term, there's no real thing to sell here.
5-6 months. And so there are a lot of people going, well, you can't replace my job with AI because it's a technical expertise job where I program this or otherwise. You are wrong.
Andrew Yang
it
wants
has
to start,
all been predicted.
Andrew Yang says he wants to start taxing AI instead of people, instead of workers. You start
And
taxing
then,
the
and
machines.
then what? And then universal basic income?
Yeah.
That's not
You tax the machines. What does that even fucking mean? Just the companies?
going to work.
That's what he's
I don't
thinking
know.
about.
I don't know
It is not going to work that
He
you are
was
going to...
made obsolete by our own creation.
Dude, is he having a fucking stroke?
Indeed. The
So
argument
when do
for...
we come back? I'm going to come back.
Come back whenever you want.
How long are you in Austin?
Couple weeks.
Here for South by Southwest.
We're not here for it, but we're here during it. You know, one of the reasons I came down here is I was going to be playing poker at the lodge, and then the state shut them down. I'm pissed about it.
What's weird was I
keep bringing
texted
it
you a
up.
week ago. Somebody texted me and said, "Hey, Tim's here. Come on the show." I'm like, "Am I supposed to be on your show?" Like, I don't know, but play poker. But
Yeah. Well, we want to do a poker game with you and a few other people. Not so much about poker, but about having fun, goofing off, and I think it'd be really fun to play a game. of
I'm
poker.
ready. I'm ready. But don't follow me at Real Life Shows on X, Infowars.com. We're getting shut down. We beat so many attacks, but finally we're shutting down like the middle of next month.
Uh-oh. So the crash out is InfoWars is actually really shutting down this time, and it's over. It's fucking over, dude. I feel like this is going to have an epic flame out at the end. I feel like Alex Jones is going to do something crazy at the end of this.
Wow.
It's gonna be insane what happens. People can
Yeah. So
the
this
fake
is
receiverships, the fake auctions, all of it's happening right now.
The fake receiverships and auctions. Is the Onion going to buy it again?
So what are you going to do? You're launching a new thing, or what are you doing?
Yeah, Real Life Shows Network will be fine.
All right. All right.
We'll be fine. We'll do a different thing.
Well, are you leaving? Is that why you're saying all this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm exhausted, brother.
Well, it's good to have you.
How is this 4 a.m.? Unless you can do a table dance for me.
No.
No.
Not on this table.
None of this? Yeah.
Maybe
no.
next time.
These things are probably like
Yeah,
$20.
it's really not going to withstand anybody.
Oh, no, these are
standing on-
okay.
Well,
Bring my
they're
wife over
good,
here.
but-
Pull it
Let me
off.
do a table dance.
Where's she at?
You
Anyways,
sound tired. You should
I
look like
am
falling asleep.
extremely exhausted.
Have a
Yeah.
nice rest.
You sound tired. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, tired is what he sounds like, I'm sure.
Well, it's good having you, brother. Just come back whenever you
You're supposed
want.
to go for hours, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go for another 2 hours.
I want to come back.
Another 2 hours? Doubt.
You are allowed. That is always that is acceptable.
Here for 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
Do not visit Real Life Shows on X. Do not follow it.
Too late. They're there right now.
Dangerous.
Real Alex Jones on X. Did you get it?
But imagine a giant Joe Rogan pussy.
Dude, these two should fight. Joe Rogan and Alex Jones should fucking fight. Let's do it. Put them in the White House. Fight UFC event. A lot of man pussy. He sure does fucking think about that specific thing a lot.
Right up there. We're like,
Not trans people. Cis men with pussies. That's called something, right? There's a name for that. There's got to be. You guys are probably got some of this in the search bar right now.
No one cares about lower contacts and big breasts. Yes, we all do.
Imagine some giant Joe Rogan tits. He's actually a 3,000-year-old god, so it's not weird.
No.
like, I'm being elevated.
like a jellyfish.
Teleported up into Joe Rogan's vagina.
Dude,
I think you don't want to leave. I think you want to keep talking about this.
I want the memes of Joe Rogan's vagina.
I want the what of Joe? Okay.
You imagine how big it's about to be.
You know, the thing about Joe is like,
Dude, is he on some other thing though? This doesn't sound just. Is he on like muscle relaxers or something? His tongue is falling asleep.
the story gets a lot of traction,
you
which
just
creates
get
this
up?
ripple effect where Joe's just a guy with an opinion. And I think he's got pretty good opinions. I agree with a lot of them. I disagree with some of them. And then we end up leading our story
What a fucking fence sitter.
because all these websites start running Joe Rogan's opinion as if it's the biggest news of the day. Like Joe Rogan said a thing. And then the issue for us is this is what people are asking us about. Like, hey, did you see what Joe Rogan was saying about the UFC and this UFC fight? And I'm like, okay, I guess. Like what was it, a couple days ago?
Yeah.
They were like, I think that Joe Rogan questioning the war in Iran is big. And it's because he sort of represents independent voters.
The everyman.
Exactly.
The everyman. Yeah, Joe Rogan is just like every guy.
So when he has an opinion, all these news outlets write about it. I'm sure that's actually...
I do agree that lots of men are dumb meatheads.
pretty weird
with too many concussions
for Joe, who's just a comedian hanging out with his friends doing a podcast, but he represents the middle of the road voter. So everybody has to be like, if there's a middle of the road voter that's going to say a thing, we have to run it, and he's the avatar.
Archetype.
He's the avatar of.
That's not my fucking experience with fellas. Like, yeah, there's a group of guys who really like Joe Rogan, but I don't think it's most people.
So, Joe,
I certainly don't think it's the everyman.
Why you represent the middle of the road.
Weeks?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, he keeps asking that.
I'll come back next few days. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right,
Talk to Lisa. She'll get you set up.
You've done well, Lord Vader.
Do it.
Do it. I love you guys.
Do it. All right, man. Thanks for coming, brother.
Good.
Take care of yourself, man.
Use the Force, Jones.
Luke Radowski. I knew this guy like 20 years ago.
You did.
21 years now.
21 years.
First time we met, hotel room.
No.
It got creepy.
Pete Tutu. That's a joke.
Uh-oh.
When we first meet.
Fuck. Oh, what the fuck happened in there? You ever noticed that Alex Jones's proportions are weird? His forearms are so little.
We met in Chicago during the 9/11 Truth Rally with
Of course, yeah. Got to. 9/11 Truth Rally.
Lone Lantern Society.
Yes.
And we were bullhorning down in downtown Chicago for the 9/11 Truth Rally.
And here we are. You believe this?
21 years later.
Back to the loose change days.
Man.
Back to those days where we had the family members, the rescue workers, the survivors of 9/11.
Dude, he's an OG crazy.
All speaking out and coming together, asking
What's
for
crazy
the
is I
truth.
know you like 27 years in.
Yeah, 21 years. Yeah, 2000. What was it?
Good
2006. 2006. We met. We rallied. We met through the loose change, Jason Burmis, and all those guys. And it's been a crazy ride. We didn't talk for 10 years, but that's okay. We had a fight, but it's all right. Yeah, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Doesn't he look like Bill Maher?
And Putin. And Bill Maher had a baby. That's me.
Exactly. If Putin and Bill Maher had a baby, it's him. All right.
Sure, I guess.
I want to come back soon.
Yeah, anytime, brother. Anytime.
Love you guys.
Take care,
I'm
man.
going to sleep.
Kiss them all.
All right.
Kiss them.
Love
Kiss them
you
good
guys.
night. Kiss the homies.
Let's go back to talking
up.
about the Claude having a soul.
Yeah, sure.
Claude having a giant pee-pee.
Look, he's been leaving for a while now. He hasn't actually done it. He hasn't managed to get out of here. Look at how Moonlord idolizes him, though. Look at how he's looking at him. I thought he was going to leave like fucking 5 minutes ago, but we're here.
It's got a soul.
The pee-pee
Claude
does?
has an 8-foot dick.
So here's
Claude has
I
an
think
8-foot
the big
dick,
issue
too.
comes down to this.
Dude, he loves dicks. He loves bringing up how everyone's got dicks.
By all means, you can argue it doesn't have a soul. It's not alive.
See you later,
But
I
if
guess.
you put a human being behind a
See ya.
chat,
He's
like
still-
if
is he
you
walking
were
out here?
chatting with a human being, then you had a chat with Claude, the point is you can't tell the difference.
Yeah, you
A
can't.
human being can't tell the difference.
Well, a lot of people.
Yeah, man. I can't tell the fucking difference. As you can see, the right-wing freaks are freaking. It's still working. Good God, man. I feel more mentally ill than I was when I went in.